Kofi Saoge, current chairman, Lagos State Cricket Association. I chair the board of 6 members, which has oversight for cricket in Lagos State.
Okay, so Mr. Chairman, recently the state side of Lagos took part in the national championships and were expected to win the tournament. Things didn't go according to plan. Why do you think that was?
Okay, so I think there are management issues that came to play. We had sent a team with a captain, with younger aged players in the side and older aged players. I think the cohesion that was required for them to function as a team was just lacking. So what I found was that there needed to be team management. I had thought that with the captain and the length of years that we've played as in the Lagos League, there would have been seniority established and the captain, taking full charge. That wasn't quite the case. And along the lines, because cricket is a team sport, the individual fits into the team and not the other way around. So they didn't play together as a unit, and that was part of the problem that we saw. The playing conditions, yes, were different from what we're used to here. They were playing on turf, but I wouldn't say that was the biggest factor. People should use the skills that they have to adapt to the conditions and make the best of the situation. So I feel that it boiled down to improper application and the discipline and the temperament that was supposed to be displayed wasn't. Here we were looking for the big shots, because here in Lagos we're used to playing on a surface that produces a true bounce all the time, and then we had to play on a tough wicket, which is most unpredictable because the ball, same velocity, same height and everything, it won't come up the same way. So I think it was more of a management issue, both off the field and on the field, and the captain takes responsibility for all that happens on the field.
How much influence do you have as a chairman of Lagos? What could you have done, or is it a situation where it's hands off from you?
What could I have done in a situation where?
With the situation which seemed to wasn't in the best of states going out towards for the tournament. What could you have done as chairman, or is there not much you could have done as a chairman?
Okay, so you see, as chairman, I have to understand that mine is, a first amongst equals on the board. The board has responsibility for, policy making and administration generally. That's where it ends. There's a technical arm or a technical committee, which is often saddled with issues that are technical in nature, which involves team selection, team management and things. Unfortunately, going into this competition, the board had just been dissolved about 3 weeks before and reconstituted barely 3 days before the competition.
Yeah.
So there was a hiatus of sorts, and that didn't augur well for the team. How did we correct that? We did a correction by appointing a team manager to go with the team for the National Sports Festival, and that way we plugged the hole, the vacuum of team management off the field, and then we changed the captain, and we had a more senior person take responsibility for on the field captaincy, and we got a much better result.
Yeah, of course, you got the gold, which was a welcome to Lagos. Does the gold say, well, you just had a bad time at the national championships, we can forget about it because we got gold?
Yes.
Or is it a situation where we got gold there, but we still have some real issues to deal with?
Oh, without a doubt, we still have issues to deal with. It's not uhuru yet, as they say. We have recognized what happened, taking cognizance. We've done a post-mortem. That's what I've done in the last, hour or two. What we've decided is, we have to infuse more youth into the squad. We went with to this competition. There was some administrative lapse which is outside the control of the board. It's from the Sports Commission. We went with 14 players. Unfortunately, only exactly 11 were registered. So we had a situation where 2 of our core players were unable to play, and those 2 had just been called up to the senior national team. So you can understand that in terms of the strength of the team, it was dissipated. And when you have to contest for 3 medals, 6-a-side, T20, and 50 over matches, and you have resources of only 12 people, 1 injury, and that's it.
You're in trouble.
Yeah, and then you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So we had to manage within the resources and the constraints that were imposed by this administrative lapse.
Yes.
And not use that as a reason for not performing.
Yeah.
So we went through the 6-a-side and the T20, and we had the bronze. With the men's team came up with bronze medals, but for the 50 over match, we had to dispatch one of the people from Lagos to go and join the team who had been had been registered, and then it made all the difference, and we came out on top just to restore the pride of the state in the cricket community.
What of Edo and Delta?
Yeah. Okay. So Edo, all credit to them. You can see the efficacy of the youth development program, because you see, if I take, I'm also one of the national selectors, so we did a selection meeting after the tournament, national championships, and we saw for the first time, one of the youngest people coming through, a 15-year-old, left-arm pace bowler coming through from Edo, and then also we saw some of the under-19 players now coming into their own, so a squad of 20 that was selected. We have quite a few Edo State players, so all credit to them for all that has been done so far. So these young ones need to be blooded up and to make them come and take their own rightful place and continue to occupy a position in the national team.
Obviously, you're national selector, I get that, but you are wearing Team Lagos, and hearing on speaking about Edo players going to be more of them going to be in the national side and less Lagos players, what does that do to your psyche? How does that make you feel as the chairman for Lagos?
Okay, so I'm chairman of Lagos currently, and so I have that responsibility to be atop the developmental efforts for Lagos in cricket. But having said that, once it comes to the national selectors cap that I put on,
yes,
I totally forget this allegiance to Lagos State, because I'm not trying to push a state agenda.
Yes.
I want to put the best 14 forward
to play
at all times, because that's what Nigeria needs.
Yes.
So it will be foolhardy on my part to be pursuing a state agenda at the detriment of a national agenda, because when they do go out there, they're going to be playing much better countries,
yes,
and teams, and I don't want to be seen to be pushing a state agenda where a national agenda is what is required.
Fantastic. So let's talk the future. I've spoken to both captains of the Lagos side, the female and the male. They both said that school cricket is essential,
absolutely,
to the development and the future, and they feel that school cricket is kind of died at the moment. What's your thoughts on that?
Absolutely, they're very, very correct about that, because these are products of school cricket. I'm a product of school cricket as well, apart from the fact that I come from a cricketing family. But I played inter-school league matches and knockout competitions and things like that. You need to be able to catch them young, and catching them young at this level means hardball cricket from age 12 or 13. So that's what it's about. And if they don't have enough opportunities to show what they've learned, you can have them come every Saturday. You teach them the basics, you teach them how to play certain shots. But if you don't allow them to give expression to that in the match setting, then it's not going to be that you're helping them in any way. So It's unfortunate that the sports commission in Lagos has not actually supported the federations, the different sporting federations, enough in terms of funding to able to do even basic stuff. So if there's no schools competition, we will never be able to achieve the objective of retaining Lagos as number one in the whole of Nigeria as far as cricket is concerned.
Thank you.